Hey guys, my name's CJ. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I post makeup videos here on YouTube, which is what you are so kindly watching right now. So today's video is one I am so excited about. It's one that's been in the process of making for over a month now. I'm gonna get straight to this is the freaking Rawbeautykristi Pure Palette. I will spiel later on about my all-encompassing love for the person that is Rawbeautykristi. I won't get into it right now. I'm just gonna say I will be playing with her palette. This is the look. Oop, I just dropped it. This is the look that I came up with. So if you are interested in seeing me gush about Rawbeautykristi and then also put her palette on my eyes, stay tuned, man, because that's what we're gonna do. So today I will be playing with the colorful side of this palette. So if you did not know, this palette has two sides. So the side with the white holographic writing is the more colorful side. This is the side I'm going to be playing with. And then this side with like the more natural-esque rose gold foil is a very neutral side of the palette, which I know I'm gonna get all of my absolute worth out of this side because I work an office job every day. So this I will be wearing to the office for the next however it takes me to hit all of the pans because they're all beautiful. Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and shout out the freaking shade names in this. They're golden, okay? They're beautiful. And since I'm not doing this side, I'm just gonna say some of my favorites on this one. One, Copper Boxes, because I watched her video like 5 times. Her father used to make copper boxes, which I think is just like the sweetest thing. It Just Does is this peachy shade because like, and if you watch any of her videos, which if you're not, who the frick are you? But she always just goes, it just does, okay? It just does. So there's that one. And then Moo Point, which is from Friends. Because, you know, in Joey, he's like, yeah, Moo Point. You know, like, it's like a cow's opinion. It makes no sense. It's moo. I love Friends. And then, obviously, the beautiful You're Not My Real Dad, which is, again, another iconic Kristi saying. So, anyway, that's that side. I'm going to be playing with the colorful side because I never get a chance to unless I am filming, which is obviously what I'm doing right now. I believe that I'm gonna do a bit of like a rainbow cut crease thing and then have like a cutout white lid, but then have like a bunch of the shades like blended out into the crease. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. I am so excited. I already have eyeshadow primer on. It's just my normal Pretty Vulgar one. First, I'm just going to go into Am I Orange, which is obviously this orange shade. And this is a pressed pigment palette. I didn't say it is cruelty-free, gluten-free, vegan-friendly, and recyclable. So yeah. But anyway, this is a pressed pigment palette, which I've honestly, ooh. That was insane, just like right off the bat. Holy cow, okay. But anyway, this is oh my god, I've said this a million times. It's a pressed pigment palette, which means it's gonna be a lot more intense and like you won't have to build up on things, which makes me like I'm very glad, but it does make me super nervous because it means there's less like margin for error, which if you watch any of my videos, you know I need quite a large margin of error because your girl's not a makeup artist. She just really likes makeup. So I don't even think I'm gonna have to build that. Holy shit. That was like that one little tap in. I might build it up just a little bit more where it's a little splotchy. Oh, and I didn't put this in my intro, but you probably guessed. This review, it's not really a review because I'm incredibly biased. I know I am, and I'm not gonna be rude enough to lie to you and say that this isn't gonna be an incredibly biased review. I freaking love Rawbeautykristi. I just think she is a godsend. I think she is the breath of fresh air that this beauty community needs. This palette's gonna be, this review, this demo, it's not even a review. It's basically just gonna be me playing with the palette because I know myself and I'm gonna be incredibly biased. So just get over it, okay? Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to go into Flavor Town. As I said, these names are just so freaking beautiful. The orange was called Am I Orange because she always has like issues with her camera lighting, and just like at the end of every video, she has like bloopers or whatever. She's like, am I orange? Am I orange? Because she can't figure it out because of her lighting. And then Flavor Town, I will put a picture right here. So a few years ago for like, I think Halloween, she basically morphed herself into Guy Fieri from Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. And like did a whole intro, just like him like driving in with the convertible or whatever. And then like on Twitter or whatever, Guy Fieri actually like said how cool it was. So I don't know, that's why she has that one, which I just think is so cool. But anyway, I'm gonna go into Flavor Town, which is this beautiful matte red. Also, all these shades are matte except for the center shades. Even on this side, same thing, which I love because I'm a matte shadow person. So yeah, and I feel like the shimmery shades in the middle complement basically every shade on that side perfectly, and even on the other side. So oh, that's a nice red. Oh my god, love that, love that. Oh my gosh, they blend so easily together, which, and I guess that's easy for like a red and an orange, you know, because they're basically the same thing. One's just, you know, different. That made no sense. But the trick is going to be what I'm about to do now, which I'm so nervous about, but I feel like if it works, it's going to be so pretty. So now I'm going to go into Little Miss Garden State. Okay, I don't know how this is going to work, but it's just calling to me a little bit. And I just feel like if it works, it works. And if not, you'll just never see this part because I'll do something different, okay? Okay, you know what? That actually didn't do terribly. I'm just nervous. Like, the only thing I'm really worried about is blending it into this red, that it's gonna make like this ugly ass little color, but it's really not. And then just as I go, oh my god, that looks so bad. But as I go, I'm gonna just like kind of build up the shades as they kind of dissolve into each other, because that's, as you blend, obviously that's what happens. You know what? I don't hate that. I know it looks absolutely stupid right now, but what I'm planning on doing is like cutting the crease with white concealer and then going over it with that yellow. So I'm hoping that'll all kind of mesh well, but I really don't hate how this looks, which I'm kind of shocked. Okay, I really like that. I thought I was going into like a fool's mission here, but apparently not. Okay, so as I'm going more into this, I think what I might actually do just to make this blend a little bit more like cohesive is go into this tribute shade, which is this purple, because this red and this little Garden State shade are honestly kind of making a purple as they blend together. So I feel like me adding that kind of in between the two will make it a little bit more of a gradual fade. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Yay! Okay. It looks incredibly crazy right now, I know, but I feel like it's gonna work out, okay? Just wait. So as I was kind of going, and especially as I use that purple, I kind of decided instead of just doing that yellow on the lid, I think I'm just gonna use the white, which I think that's gonna be more of a test of like the quality of this palette, because whites, especially matte whites like this, are usually like throwaway shades in a palette. Like usually they're not the most pigmented thing. So if this is able to cover some of this shebang, then it's a good white. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, I mean, obviously the concealer is gonna cover some of it, but that should help it. Okay, so because I'm not the most talented person in the world at doing this, I'm gonna use this little angled eyeliner brush to do the outline of where I'm gonna put the concealer, and then I'll go with the bigger brush to like pat it on the lid, just so I can get more of a precise arch. So y'all are gonna have to pray for me like really hard, okay? I really appreciate it. That was so easy. Oh my god. I'm just gonna say, y'all, for anyone else who's like super terrified of like doing stuff like this with like concealer or anything, even just liner itself, these brushes, I know they look insane, but for some reason there's some science, some thing behind it, I don't know, but they help so incredibly much. Like that was so easy. And for me, because I do have hooded eyes, I always have to like look straight ahead just to make sure that that white line is still like, you can still see it when my eyes are kind of not arched. So now I'm just gonna go in with the bigger brush, just a flat one, and I'm going to, I got kind of messy on the inner corner, but it's okay, we can always cover it with that orange. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with that concealer and tap it over the entire lid. It looks crazy, I know, but it's okay. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye. Oh, I'm kind of proud of myself. It never is that easy for me. So I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit. And because I'm gonna assume that that white, because none of the actual like super bright shades had any fallout like at all, I'm going to assume that the white doesn't either. So I'm gonna go ahead, while I'm just waiting for this to dry, so I'm actually doing something, I'm gonna go ahead and do my base makeup, so my face, and then I will be back to finish. Okay, so obviously I didn't do my entire base. I just did my foundation while I was waiting. But the concealer is kind of starting to crease, obviously, because it's concealer. So I kind of want to go ahead and just put that white on. I'm going to make sure my brush is impeccably clean. Okay, this one's never been used, so it can't be the brush. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Lumos, which is this incredibly white. This is an incredibly stark white. I'm so excited to see how this looks. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. It's just as like, I don't know, as I said earlier, like whites usually are just super throwaway shades, but this one has like the same kind of, there's really not much kick up, but you can see, like, you can pick as you're like digging into the shades. You're not digging, but you can see some of like this pigment come up because it is so pigmented. And it was the same with that white. Oh yeah, that's super pigmented. Oh, this does have fallout though. Oops, okay. The one shade that has fallout. It's okay though, it'll blend in because I'm white as hell, so it's not that big of a deal. And I'll say the fact that there's mirrors on both sides and that the mirrors are like great quality, just kudos. That's awesome. Oh yeah, that's such a good white. Like, can you tell? You can obviously, like, look at that. You can obviously tell that difference. Holy cow, that's a good white. I think I might have used a little bit too much concealer to cut the crease because my eyelids are looking a little crepey, but that's on me not being a cut crease goddess, okay? Okay, I freaking love that. Oh my goodness. I know I need to touch up some of that orange. I love it. Oh, I'm so excited. Y'all, I did not think this was gonna work out for me, like even a little bit. Okay, I am so excited. Okay, so now I'm gonna go off and finish my base now. But already just 10 out of 10, which we knew was gonna happen, but actually 10 out of 10, not just me being completely biased, because this is pretty cool. So I'll be back. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. Okay, so I went ahead and did my face. I would say really fast, but it's been like 45 minutes. I'm just gonna do a quick little rundown of what I put on just so it's easier for me to remember, to link it below. But like I do most times when I am gonna be on camera and I just want like something super full coverage, especially when my face is so red, I used a mix of my L'Oreal Infallible in 410 and then this Becca Ultimate Coverage 24 Hour in Cashmere. I love the mix of these. And then for my concealer, I used the e.l.f. Hydrating as per usual. I used the one in Fair Beige. For my contour, my liquid contour, I used this little miniature milk baked thing. I don't even know, matte bronzer. I used that. Then I topped that off with the L'Oreal Lumi bronzer. And this is, I think, the lightest one yet. This is an 01. And then for my highlighter, I used this. I'm not a huge fan of this. I tried using it just because I thought it would go. I don't really, it's not my favorite. It's too pinky for me, but I used it. So this is the Hourglass Rose Gold Flash Vanish highlight. And then on top of that, I used the Balm's Mary Luminizer, which is just a tried and true for me. I also did that underneath my brows to kind of bring that out. And then I set my face with my Milani Make It Last. That's it. Wait, oh, and my brows are because I need to touch them up because my eyebrows keep falling and it's really annoying. But I used my the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. So I use that. So that's everything that's on my face. Oh, and then my powder, I'm sorry, is the Ciate London powder. Is that it? I think that's it. I'm pretty sure that's it. So let's go ahead and do this lower lash line. I am absolutely obsessed with how this looks. I touched up a little bit while I was off camera just because some of it had faded, but most I haven't really messed with it. This is just all, and yes, I'm very proud. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm thinking, because this is so crazy, I'm thinking I'm just gonna do white in my waterline just to kind of match that, and then kind of just mirror everything on the lower lash line. I feel like I'm just gonna be that simple about it. So I'm gonna go into first, I guess I'll go from like outer to inner. So first I'm gonna go into Garden State. And then I'm gonna go, as I said, I won't even talk through this because I just said what I'm doing. I'm just gonna mirror everything on the bottom as I did on the top. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into Cafe Disco, which is an Office reference if you weren't so cultured to know that. No offense, but kind of. If you've never seen The Office, what the fuck's wrong with me? Okay, and then because I do want this to be very, well, I guess I'll go ahead and try it out without spraying it just to kind of see. Because everything else is so freaking pigmented. Yeah, that's pretty, but it's not nearly as blingy as I want it to be just because everything else is so incredibly, like, intense. So I'm going to spray with my little Milani spray and then go into that on my inner corner. Oh, yeah. I'll say I thought this was going to be a little bit more intense, especially now that it's been wet. It's not as vibrant as I wanted it to be, but I feel like I can build it up that way. Alright, so now I'm going to go into my normal Wet n Wild Kohl liner in white, and I'm going to do my waterline. And then usually white's pretty intense, but I feel like because the lid is so white, I feel like it mimics the lid perfectly. Y'all look insane right now. Oh my gosh, I kind of love it though. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go off camera and do this just because it's probably gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna put on a little bit of mascara on top and bottom, and then I'm gonna go into these Ardell 257 Mega Volume lashes, and I'm okay with using not super thin ones because usually they're just super thick like near the lid, and my lid's just stark white, so it's okay if it covers up a little bit. So anyway, I'm gonna go do that off camera, and then I will be back for my final thoughts, which, can you guess what they are? Probably, but that's okay. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, this is the finished look. I am incredibly proud of myself. This is not something I'm still kind of trying to decide if I want to like bring the blue in to like meet each other, but I don't know, I kind of love how it looks. So this is the look, you guys. I am so excited that I was able to film this video. So you guys, and I know it's so stupid to be like this into a YouTuber, but you know, there's just those people, you know, and I love her because I feel like she babbles in her videos like I do, but then like my goal in life is to be kind of like her, where like, yeah, she babbles a lot, but people just love you, so they like want to watch you babble, you know. Like I could literally, she had a video of her for like 3 hours laying on her couch and just like talking about random shit. I watched that. Like, do you know how many people watched that video? Because she's just so good. Like, she's just such a nice lady, you know? I love her so much, and I had to support her. And literally I was talking to, you know, I got it yesterday and I didn't really want to open it. Like I opened it because I was so excited, but I didn't want to like go into it too much because I really wanted to be excited for this video. And so I was opening it this morning, like trying to think of what look I was gonna do, and I was showing my boyfriend Zach, which that's Christy's husband's name, which is, you know. But anyway, so I was just telling him about all the little stories of the names, and I was telling him all about the little artwork. I don't know if I told you about this, but oh, that's a good angle. But all the artwork was custom drawn by Christy herself. That's her husband. In the little friends frame, that is Washington, because that's where she lives. She's like a super cat person, so these are like her 2 favorite cats. The heart symbol, a microphone because she loves karaoke, and then that's like, you know, because she does makeup, so obviously an eyeball, and that's like the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows. But these were all custom drawn by her, and I just, she's been on YouTube for forever, and she's been growing exponentially, honestly, just within the past year or so. And so just like, she's never really done any, I don't think she's done any collabs ever. So I just know this collab was straight from her heart. I know it was something she worked incredibly hard on. The quality, honestly, and this is coming from a very biased standpoint, as I've said a million times over, but I am not lying. This is one of the best pigmented eyeshadow, like bright ass shadow palettes I have ever used. Ever. These blended so incredibly easy. When you put them on, they're on. Yes, you have to build and you have to blend, but not nearly as much as you would with any other eyeshadow palette, like any other. And they don't get like all murky and muddy and stuff, like at all. Like I was able to blend out that red and that blue green shade. I mean, yes, I did put the purple on, but that was because I was being lazy and I didn't feel like blending that much, and I felt like the purple would make it easier, which it did. But I'm just saying, like, it's such a good palette, and I just used like the really hard to use or hard to come up with a look, not really, but just I feel like for me, I use the more difficult shades because just for fun, you know, because why not? I have to go to work tomorrow, I'll use the neutral shades. I'm gonna hit pan on these damn shades like in a year. I swear to God, I'm gonna use this palette up like in so quickly because it's just beautiful. I'm so excited. Yeah, that is the end of this video. I really hope you liked it. If you got your, I know a lot of people weren't able to get their hands on the palette, so did you get yours? I know I got mine pretty quickly because I think the distribution was like from Georgia, and I'm in Louisiana, which is just like 2 states over, and it's FedEx, so it was pretty quick for me. But did you get your palette? Have you tried it? I'm so excited about, like, oh my God, I didn't realize I was literally getting it yesterday. Like, I thought it was something else that I'd ordered, and I opened it and just started screeching like, oh my God, it's the palette. So yeah, I'm just so excited. I know it's so stupid, but I just really am. Christy, you're probably not watching this because, you know, you're not one of like my 17 subscribers, but hey girl, I love you so much. You make me so happy. I hope your pregnancy's going well. I'm literally like tearing up. It's so stupid. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video so much. Please like and please subscribe. My videos have been doing, like, comparatively to my normal videos, have been doing like pretty well. So I'm kind of like super stoked about it. So please subscribe if you want to. I'm kind of cool. Like, kinda. I mean, I try. I probably don't succeed very much, but I try really hard. Yeah, I hope you stick around and subscribe. I already said that, but I hope you stick around, maybe watch the next video that YouTube mentions to you. That's mine. I mean, you can watch any other YouTube video. That's totally fine too. I mean, to do what you want, but I'm just saying, I hope you check out my other videos. They're getting, I think, a little bit better. That's what my godson tells me anyway. He says my editing skills are pretty dope, so there you go. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are staying safe and staying happy wherever you are, or at least just staying there. You know, it's been a really shitty year, and I'm sending good vibes out to anyone who's watching this video, because obviously you're incredibly nice because you're watching this video. Sorry, but anyway, thank you so much for watching yet again. I will see you in my next video.